everybody, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me properly. I'm speaking into my microphone. Can you hear me? Oh yes, I'm supposed to look into the camera as well at the same time. This Zoom thing is very complicated, isn't it? Anyway, well, I'm hoping you can see me. I'm Marta Maths. Hello. And I've been asked to come and talk to you because you're doing one of my favourite stories. Yes, you are, from the Bible. That's the story of Joseph. Yes, it is. And the reason I like it is because you can do maths with it. Yes, you can. You can do maths with it. I know you don't believe me, do you? No, you don't. But I can. I can do maths with it. Now, I'm going to try and show you how you can do maths with the story of Joseph. And but I've got to show and share my screen. Let me just see if I can find share screen. I hope this works properly. Oh no, where am I? Oh, there it is. There's the screen I need to show you. And I'm really hoping, children, that you can see my picture in the corner. Can you see me? Right here, there I am. Yes, okay. Now, let me show you this amazing piece of work. So I've got some pictures here. Yes, I have. And I've drawn a graph. See, I told you could do maths with this. And we're going to do the story of Joseph. Yes, we are. So careful, so clever. And we're going to do a graph. So the graph goes along the middle. That's the middle line. You see it all the way along the middle? Yes. And then we've got a bit of the here that goes, this is good. Gee, is that the X or the Y axis? Will you tell me? Which do you think? Is it X or Y? Oh, don't ask me. Well, there you go. Anyway, and down here, this is the bad bit. Okay, so we're going to start with our first picture. Here's Joseph. Here he is. We'll make it nice and big so you can see it. And Joseph is looking pretty good, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's got his lovely coat on. Yes, because of course he was Daddy's favourite, wasn't he? And his daddy buys him a very special coat. But you know, well, his brothers don't get very happy with him, do they? But right now, life's good. Joseph's having some amazing dreams. Yes, and those dreams say he's going to be top of the pops. Yes, he is. He's going to be top boy. And everybody's going to bow down to him. So there he is, feeling quite good about himself, and we'll put him up there. Let's have a look now what happens next. Here we go. Here is the story. Here is the bit of the story. Oh dear, Joseph's lost his coat. In fact, he's looking like he hasn't got a lot of clothes on at all. Oh dear. Yes, that's right. His brothers decide they're going to get rid of him, don't they? Yes, they do. And they're going to put him down a pit. Yes, it's a bit smelly down there and cold and wet. Yes, and Joseph's not very happy. I know he's got a smile on his face there, but I don't think in the story he had a smile on his face. So I think that's a very sad time. And we're going to put Joseph down below the line where it's bad. Life's tough for Joseph right now. Okay, now let's have a look at this picture here. Yes, because this picture here shows Joseph. He's got some better clothes on. What's happening there? Yes, what do you think? Oh, you're all studying the story, aren't you? Oh, well done. Yes, Joseph gets sold into slavery and he goes to Potiphar's house. Now, I don't think that's as bad as down here. I mean, I think being sold into slavery is pretty tough. I don't think I would like that. And of course, he's been taken away from his family as well. That's not very nice either, is it? So I don't think it's rock bottom. I don't think it's being in the pit bad, but I think it's pretty tough. So I'm going to put it sort of here. I hope you agree with me. I'll just make it a little bit smaller because we've got a number of Josephs to get in. Let's put it there. Right. Now let's have a look at this picture. What's going on here? Oh, yes, he's got a nice collar around his neck, hasn't he? Yes, you're right. He does very well in Potiphar's household, doesn't he? He does very, very well. Yes, he does. And he rises up and he's now running the household for Potiphar. Everything looks like it's going really well, doesn't it? I think he's having quite a good time. Life's pretty good. He probably gets some nice food and he probably has a nice place to sleep. And I mean, it's not good up there, is it? It's not Technicolor Dreamcoat look. No, good? No, it's not. Probably here. Let's put him there. Ah, yes, you're right. You know, things don't stay good for Joseph, do they? Now, That's right. Potiphar's wife lies about him, doesn't she? Yes, she does. She lies about him, and Potiphar believes her. I think it's a really nasty piece of the story. She's such a liar. And he ends up going into prison. Yes, he does. He ends up going into prison. Now we're going to put him in prison. There he is. He's looking okay, but actually he's got these things around his arms and his legs. Okay, so he's things are not great. He's in prison. Now, what we have to remember, it can't be very nice being in prison. And Joseph clearly wants to get out of prison. And yes, that's right. He meets two people who have dreams, and he interprets the dreams for them. Yes, he does, and he's right about the dreams. And they get summoned back to Pharaoh, and he says to them, "Promise me that you will remind everybody about me." But what do? No, they forget. They forget all about Joseph. And there he is in prison. And although he's in charge of people in prison, there he is in prison, and life's tough for him. You know, boys and girls, I'm just going to stop sharing that screen. Just a minute, let me get back to you. Oh, here we are. Big screen again. Yes. Now, children, I want to talk to you about the ups and downs of life. You know, everything doesn't go good all the time. I know, Martin Mass, I have my tough times too. But you know, I know that Jesus is with me. Even when things look tough, Jesus is with me. And Joseph, well, that was what happened with him. It didn't matter that he was in prison. It didn't matter that he was down a pit. God was still with him. And we can see through the story of how God is with him through the ups and the downs of life. I wonder, when you work together and when you're thinking about looks like a down time in your life, and what looks like an up time in your life. I mean, I'm thinking holidays for up times. I'm thinking Christmas. I like Christmas. I like my birthday as well. They're usually nice times. Always. Sometimes we have sad times as well. Sometimes when our friends are not very nice to us at school, and sometimes when we get told off at school, or maybe we don't do very well at school in our studies. Maybe we've got things wrong on our maths test. Well, you need to remember this story. God was with Joseph, whether it was an up time or a down time. And you too can have Jesus with you wherever you go. I hope you have a lovely time. See you soon, children.